How's it going, Commander? So, for today's video, sadly we do not have any V-Bucks, but we do have a lot of returning items in Battle Royale, as well as a couple of decent, if not amazing, mission rewards in Save the World. One of them being my favorite, the Stormblade, and the other one being the most necessary melee weapon for this season of Frozen Fjords, the Vacuum Tube Sword. But before any of that, if you commanders want to support me, please follow or subscribe depending on the platform, leave a like, and hey, maybe leave a comment, would be most appreciated. So, starting us off in the item shop, we got the return of the Blade of Champions. Now, I really don't like the FNCS whole bundles or anything like that, but this has got to be the most wicked and coolest looking pickaxe for FNCS I've ever seen. But we also got the brand new Chaos Champion bundle, which looks very nice. Comes with Chaos Champion, again, looks very nice. We got the Champion Chopper, Champion's Chaos, the Champion's Medallion emote, which looks very nice. I actually love that. And the Champion's Emblem, again, looks very nice. We still got Naruto Kakashi, Itachi and Orochimaru, Sasuke and Sakura, Gaara and Hinata, along with all their accessories. We got the brand new Air Jordan 4 Retro OG Undefeated, which these kicks actually do look pretty cool. We also got Signal back, which is a very cool looking skin. I actually do like him. PJ, I like to call her Chi-Chi because there's a artist out there who actually looks exactly the same as this, along with her tape decker. We got the brand new Double Rainbow bundle, which comes with Bright Bomber and the Llamacorn Lounger's kicks. We got that brand new Leviathan Jr., Leviathan, Squid Striker, Moisty Merman. We got the low riding wheels, which I gotta admit, these are one of my favorite looking kicks. We got Asmodeus back, Callisto, Batso. We got that Hands That Feed bundle, which is very nice. Ascendant Midas, Raven Team Sid, Corvo, Corvus Claus, Rebel Oro, Dummy Dog, Dummy, and Summer Dummy. Gaming Legends, Arcane, Jinx, and Vi are still available, which is very nice. Lisa is still available, which I do like. We still got these two brand new emotes that came in a few days ago, Illegal and Destroy Me. We also got Dimensional back, The Flow, Sucker, Feeling Royal, All Red, and The Squabble. The Party from Stranger Things is still available, so for those of you who do like Stranger Things, this is very nice. We still got Vecna, Stranger Things bundle, Chief Hopper and Demigorgon. Wonky bundle is still here, D.O.G.G, Snoop Dogg. Midsummer Midas is still here, Suntan Specialist, Scuba Crystal, Medley, Opal is still here, Ava, Shimmer Specialist, Synth Star, Lavandra, Paz the Wicked, Out West and It's a Vibe, along with Snoop Dogg's Cadillac, the Jeep Wrangler. The Order bundle is still here. Balenciaga is going to be leaving tomorrow afternoon. We did not get this in quite a while, so for those who do want to get it, you might want to get it now before it rotates out. Otherwise, we don't know when we might be able to see this again. Adidas is back with the Three Stripe Squad bundle since yesterday. Battle Ready, we got the Nike Air, Crocs, Puma, Birdie, Spire Immortal, really badass skin. Corrupt Voyager, Dark Vanguard, Eternal Wanderer. By the way, this is a brand new hero in Save the World, where it doubles your stamina, so you're able to sprint for longer, but if you put her in the commander slot, you leave a trail of space dust when you sprint, doing affliction damage to any poor husk that actually walks through your path. That is not that bad of a perk. We also got Voyager, Zorgoton, Team Space, Deep Space Lander, Cyclo, I love this skin. Shocking Conclusion, which is part of the Dr. Theodore Fliesby. Love this because it's a sort of cameo to an old school movie. What was it? When I Was a Teenage Fly, or The Flyman, or whatever it is. It was such a long time ago. Also got Team Monster. We got a lot of returning streamers. The Gref G, Ali A, Flakes Power, Rubius, and Laserbeam are going to be leaving tomorrow afternoon. Got a couple of these jam tracks that's going to be leaving tomorrow afternoon, or actually just one. The Peregrine TT is back, as well as the Ford Bronco Raptor. Ferrari F40, vehicle accessories are the same, and by the looks of it, same special offers and bundles as before. Now, moving on to our mission rewards. One of the best melee weapons available is in a power level 28 fight category 2 storm mission. If I can go out and find that, I believe this is it. Yep. We got the Stormblade available, which is my favorite melee weapon. And I've explained it before, the reason why it's my favorite is because whenever you crit with this weapon, causes a huge explosion, dealing so much damage to all the nearby husks around you. Now, we also got in Canny Valley, power level 58, let's see, 58, eliminate and collect, I believe this is it. No, that's a Husk Buster, and even though that's an epic variation, highly recommend. This is one of the best shotguns to get. You can upgrade this to legendary later on in the game. But where are you at? Here we go. We got the Riptide available, which is the second best SMG in Save the World. Reason why it's second place is because this is the same stats as the Thrasher, which is the #1 best SMG in Save the World. But this is a scavenger weapon, meaning that the durability is garbage. It will break very quickly. But speaking of, power level 64, here we go. Repair the Shelter. We actually do have the #1 best SMG in Save the World, the Thrasher. Like I said, the stats are the same as the Riptide. Only difference is that the Riptide is a scavenger. This is a normal weapon, and although it's going to cost a little bit more material, that is completely fine, seeing as how the damage on that thing is insane. Now over to Twine Peaks. In a power level 116 resupply mission, we do have the Pressure Cutter, which is a really great melee weapon to use. Not as good as the Stormblade, but the affliction on this thing actually is pretty decent. In a power level 116 retrieve the data, we got the Tar Pit, which is an amazing trap to use, especially if you're like in the end game areas, like right over here. These are one of the few only things that are able to stop a Smasher in the middle of its charging animation, which can save you so much hassle. We also got, in a power level 116, the Vacuum Tube Sword. This is a really great melee weapon because it's got that chain lightning ability where you're able to clear an entire crowd by just eliminating one husk. And seeing as how we're in frozen fjords where all the husks are water-based, they are very weak to nature weapons, which this weapon is stuck on nature. So you're going to be dealing double the damage with this thing. Honestly, so much fun. Let's see. Am I available over in a power level 46? No. I do not have 46 available, but in a power level 46, there's also a legendary Husk Buster available, which again, best shotgun in the game. Would highly recommend it. And lastly, we do have 4 weapon llamas available, which is very nice. This is basically a gamble for getting some decent weapons, whether ranged or melee. As you can see, I got the rare variation of the Thrasher, which is the #1 best SMG, as I've mentioned before. But as I've mentioned before as well, it's a complete gamble. You can get something completely different compared to what I have on my screen. So log on in and see what kind of rewards you got waiting for you. And that about does it for today. Hopefully we do get a little something here and there, maybe in the future for Save the World. I know we just got that recent 39.00 update for Save the World, along with the whole new Chapter 7 Season 1. But in all honesty, I'm just waiting for new Save the World content, especially since it seems to be as though Epic Games is riling us up for something, at least something new regarding the core gameplay or just the core aspect of Save the World. I'm hoping at least. But other than that, if you guys like my content, why not leave a like? And if you guys want to get more updates regarding the game, why not drop a follow? Until then, as always, stay safe and game on!